Men are the weakest link. Go on.
And underneath the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is it sounds like an attack on men, but you know,
Well, I'm here to defend mankind.
You know, I'm gonna take the woman's side on this.
The wrestler? Go on.
but yes, it's just, you know, it's like women can't do anything without being harassed.
Well, hold on. Let's premise this with what sparked this to begin with.
Okay, again, walking my dog.
Jesus, do you do anything else?
No, I don't. No,
every damn day I walk my dog, I see crazy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, I don't do anything else. I really don't do much. But yeah, so I was walking my dog, whatever, and a pot store opened up down the street from us. Cool, whatever.
Like pots and pans or weed?
Weed.
Okay, I didn't know like if you were like really into like, you know, pots for pasta.
No, that's like
if someone walked into that store, walked into a pot store, and they were like, "Are you ever going to carry pans?"
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Do you have any copper bottom pans? Because I would like one. No.
Pots only, sir.
Yeah. Right. But anyways, yeah. So walking the dog, whatever. Oh, this was last week, right? It was like the Friday before the Super Bowl. Taking the dog out, cool, whatever. And you know, walking by, there's people hanging outside the dispensary as there usually are. And you know, stoners usually not a bad crowd. Usually either keep to themselves or pretty friendly. Just walking the dog, minding my own business, not even wearing like a cute outfit or anything. And this guy just like stops me. He's like, "Hey, how's it go?" You know, I just kind of like smiled or waved, whatever, kept walking, keep going. And this guy's like, what did he say? He's like, "Do you want to get married?" And I was like, I'm good, thank you. He's like, "I need another wife." And I was like, I'm good, like I'm married already. Thanks. He's like, "Yeah, well, I'm married too, but I want another wife." And I was just kind of like, okay, like it was kind of funny like the first time, and now we're
there. You should have been like, "Are you a practicing Mormon, sir?"
But yeah. I need to know though, like, was he a homeless guy? Was he nuts?
No.
He was just like a normal dude. It'd be like me and Brian just out there on the street saying that.
Right, exactly, yes.
Huh.
Like not even a crazy person. And maybe he was drunk, I don't know. But it's like, it's kind of early, dude. Although it's Friday night. But yeah, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good." He's like, "Oh, what do you want to?" He's like, "What do you want to cheat?" What?
Wow. This guy was a real go-getter. He didn't.
Yeah.
He's a real straight shooter.
He didn't beat around the bushes, they say.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, well, were you down to cheat?" No. Oh, I'm not understanding what you're not understanding about married here, and you know, but obviously you don't get that whole concept. And I'm not bashing like polyamorous or, you know, polygamous people. If that's your thing, that works for you. I'm a one man show over here.
Right there, I'd have been like, "Yeah, I'll cheat only if I could shit on your chest."
I mean,
Cleveland Steelers.
Brian, I only live 15 minutes away, so.
Terrible.
But yeah, so he just like keeps freaking going, and it's just like, okay, it was like kind of funny the first time, like the first like minute, and now that you're just like you're doing too much, like back off at this point. And he's like, "Oh, well, where are you going?" And I'm like, I don't respond. He's like, "Oh, well," he's like, "Well, you're beautiful. I love you. I'll be here when you get back." And it's just like, dude.
So did you? So this is obviously a weird situation though. But you say like women can't do anything. I agree. It's a lot harder to be a woman in this world. I mean, that's just common sense. Yeah. It's just absolute common sense because at the end of the day, men are fucking pigs. Where like there's even times I've heard guys say things that go and you're just like, Jesus Christ, like what the like this is. Brian's laughing.
Are you a real person? Well, and I've twice had.
Brian's actually never mind. Anyway, like there's been things said, and you're just like that's just so wrong. Like what you want to be like? Does that ever work?
Right.
Like
when does that work for you?
So did that happen to you in like college though? Was it like the same?
Yeah, I literally had a guy walk up to me one time. I was leaving the dining hall, and he goes, "Hey, are you single?"
That's not the worst thing though. You have to understand too, on the other side, it's not easy for a guy to approach a female.
And I respect that too. It is hard.
I think it's more about his follow-up to that.
And I was like, I don't remember what I said. It was freshman year. I was just like so taken aback by like just the forwardness of it, which I appreciate, but it's also just like, what?
So you would have rather been like, hey, like that's the thing. Even now, I don't even know how. I mean, I haven't been out of the game so long, as they say, out of the game. They probably still say that. I don't know if they still say that, but like, you're mentioning that. But as a guy, I'm even trying to think, would you have liked it if he had said, I don't even know what to say. So like, what is the appropriate approach? You know what I mean? Like, hi, I'm Scott. Isn't that equally as weird? I sound like a wind-up doll.
No, not really. Just like, hey, how's it going?
Hi, I'm Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to be like, hey, I'm Scott, I'd be like, hi, Scott, bye.
I like Yankee baseball and the Cowboys.
Just give me your whole like list.
Right.
Like The Simpsons.
Fucking dork.
Yeah, and I know, and again, like the
TruExact Radio Scott doll like, coming soon. I'm sorry,
but it was just so out of like left field, and then I ran into him again, like maybe a week or two later, and then he's like, "Hey, are you still single?"
That's weird. Like, that's real.
How do you? All right, was he? Do you remember if he was attractive?
He was like kind of attractive, but here's the thing: he gave me like.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. So when you met your husband, how did that happen?
Ellie pulled the trigger on that one, right? You're the one who you approached him, right?
No, I was talking shit about someone.
Oh. The guy who asked her if she was single, she was talking shit about.
Yeah, no.
This guy asked me the other day if I was single. You want to be my husband?
Yeah. Hey, you're not even legal.
Right. So now, obviously, every guy or woman is different. Like some women are more, shy and whatnot. Some women like a guy to just come up and say, "Hey, let's go on a date." Like that single line might have worked for him in the past. With some
right, and maybe like older me, that probably would have worked because I'm very direct and to the point. Like even with my husband now, like before, I was like, "What are we doing here?" Like I'm not.
Oh, someone said that before who I know to a girl. What are we? No. Didn't work out for him, but
most embarrassing moment of my life that only one other person saw.
It's okay. It's no I'll holla at you, but I've told a joke about a child pedophile in front of a room of like 70 people and nobody laughed.
Yikes.
That moment with that girl was more uncomfortable than standing on that stage.
Yikes. Well, yeah, and I didn't think I said, what are we? But I was just kind of like, it was something like to the direct, like, when he came out, he was coming up for 1 weekend. I was like, hey, go to CVS and get adult items, like I want to do adult stuff this weekend. I'm very like, that's the plan. Let's do it.
Hold on, wait. I missed the first part. You said adult items. Like, what do you mean? Like,
wrap it up.
Oh, okay. I thought
I get that.
No, because I heard adult items. I didn't hear the first part. I didn't know if you meant like I want to go out to dinner and do adult things, or if you meant do adult things. But okay, go on.
Yeah,
I want to go out to dinner and do adult things.
In the restaurant, on the table, in front of everyone. Exhibition.
I'm going to do adult things in my food.
Right. Yeah, and I've
Would you like to hear the specials? No, I'm here to do adult things.
Right. Yeah. So I was like from the beginning, because when you're direct, there's no miscommunication there. Like I'm telling you exactly what I want or what I mean, and there's no like, hey, go get condoms. There's no like misinterpreting that.
Yeah.
Well, I clearly did. So
a girl you're seeing text you should, hey, get condoms. Okay. What do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah. Okay. I got
a lot of things could happen.
Yeah, balloon animals.
We're gonna make balloon animals, and
you can make balloon animals. You could fill those condoms up with ketchup and fling them at the hobos.
I mean, I don't think I would do that. I mean,
yeah, I don't know about the second one.
Them around like this, and then they boomerang. They're like,
you sound like you've done this.
Never.
So, okay, you obviously don't speak for all women. We don't speak for all men. So, like,
no.
What do you think?
I'd like to think I speak for all
women. I don't like to waste my time, though, so I'm going to be direct. Like, right. Like when I first met my husband, he was like, oh, I'm never getting married. So I was like, all right, that's something I want to do with my life, but I have nothing going on for me right now. So like, you can be Mr. Right now until
Mr. Right comes along. Did you say that?
Well, I didn't say that to him, obviously, but just kind of like, you'll do for now. But I, just kind of keep the back of my mind, like, okay, this is not going to go anywhere. That's fine. We'll just kind of keep you around for right now, and then when something more serious comes along.
Right. But he decided to propose.
Right.
Okay.
So,
well, hold on. Back up real quick. What was wrong? I want to know why you were offended by somebody's asking if you're single. Because
no, I wasn't offended. I was just so. I think
that's pretty respectful. Like, if you say no, right? Because I've asked girls before, like, "Oh, are you single?" Mm-hmm. And if they say no, they'll be all right. No, no problem.
But had you had a conversation before that, or did you just come right off the bat, like you just see him walking, boom, hey, are you single?
No, I wouldn't say it.
But it also knocks out the waste of time. Like, if I think, like you said, Ellie, if you're older, it's better to do that. Because it's like, listen, I'm 32 years old or whatever. Right. And it's like, listen,
I'm not trying to be fooling around anymore. Like, is this going to go somewhere?
Yeah.
So, something serious, or is this kind of like a hit and quit? Like, what's happening?
I will tell you from a guy's perspective, and Brian's been there too. When you're like 19 or 20 and I hate to use this term, put in work all night and then find out at the end of the night the girl has a boyfriend and you're like, oh man, why didn't you tell me? You know what I mean? Brian, you've been there. Like, it's like,
because why would she tell you? She's getting free shit all night. You want another drink? Want to take a shot with me? Fucking idiot.
So it's weird. It's like the men are from Mars, women are from Venus thing. Like, so like, it's funny how you look at it some way and like, we're like, that wasn't that bad actually. But a girl is just like, no, that's fucking horrible.
Well, see, here's the other twist to the story. This guy had a different name every time. That's like cool. In person. Right. So that's when I was like, something's wrong with you. Because he like found me on Facebook. I don't know how. And it said Mike Lowry. Where do you recognize that name from?
Larry. I don't know.
Mike Lowry. Where do you know that name?
Oh, is that the CNN guy or ABC guy?
No, Bad Boys.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Okay. I'm thinking of, who am I thinking of? Lowry. Who am I? Lauer. I'm thinking of Matt Lauer. I'm thinking of Matt Lauer.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Matt Lauer. But so in person he goes, oh, hey, my name's like Ian or whatever. And then he adds me on Facebook and his name is frickin' Mike Lowry. And I'm like,
that's weird.
No. Right. So then I was like, no, something's wrong with you. Like, that's weird. So then I was just kind of like, I feel like you're kind of following me now because no.
You got fixated. Okay, yeah. I understand it. I get it.
But it is.
Also, now, for me personally, if I can say this, I didn't date in high school. Like, boys weren't attracted to me in high school. And this isn't like a pity me, like, oh, boys don't like me. No, didn't have a little boyfriend, like none of that. So like, I was socially slow when it also came to that kind of stuff too. Like, I didn't pick up on that initially. I just go like, oh, that's really nice. And they're like, he likes you. I'm like, okay.
It went the opposite way. You could have been really sociable and gotten turned down all the time like me. So it's kind of like could go both ways there.
You mean let me holler at you didn't work every time?
It's the most.
Scott had.
Let me spit some game at you, girl.
Hey, girl. Work.
Yeah.
A couple. Yeah. Like work time. Yeah. And it just didn't turn out well.
Well, this isn't about me, but okay. So, what is I'm trying to think. What is okay? Another question I have, since you are the female here.
Okay, so don't say female, just say woman. I'm not an animal.
Woman.
Well, technically we are, but yes, continue.
Okay, you just
don't gender her, Scott.
I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone watching who's offended.
Well, okay, here, female and male. That basically just puts you in a box of your only differentiation. Like the only thing you bring to the table is like your sex, like your genetic sex. Correct. So that's like how we label animals. Like, oh, the female lion or the male lion. So it's like, we're humans.
Okay.
Let's say
okay.
Okay.
Jesus. My God. I didn't mean anything by it.
I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just saying, like, that's why. It's very beta male to be females.
Now, as a female, wow, I just... that she wasn't on purpose either. Okay, as a woman, now that you were walking your dog or whatever, so that's like completely different. When you were in college and you got, as the kids say, gussied up to go out, did you actually enjoy? You guys didn't say that in college? Gussied up? You getting good?
My ex-boyfriend did like one time, and I like.
That's why you dumped him.
Immediately broke up with him. Why don't you get all gussied up and I'll take you?
Like, you always say men are like over. I don't know. Sometimes they come off like in a creepy vibe, and I will say a lot of times that's just them being like socially uncomfortable and not knowing how to approach a woman, and it's actually like kind of sad to watch. So like, do you enjoy getting? Do you go out to like to get hit on, or there are times you're like, I just hope no one fucking talks to me?
A little bit of both. You know, like when I was like single, like fun in college, I was like, maybe someone will talk to me. You know, but then I also literally had one guy. You're like dancing or whatever, and I heard his friend say like, oh, let's go. And so then I turned around, like go find my friends. And literally as soon as I turn around, he like tries to kiss me. And I literally do some like Neo from the Matrix shit. I just slowly start to like lean away. I'm like, no. And he's still coming. And I'm like, no.
That's so embarrassing.
Still coming. I mean, even my friends like, were like, what the fuck just happened? And finally, I think his friend like grabbed him. But I literally was like full on like 90-degree angle to the ground, like in the Matrix. And my friends were just like cracking up. Like, what was happening? I was like, I don't know why he just tried to kiss me all of a sudden. I wasn't into it. So I was just trying to
be fair. And I'm not trying to like, I don't want this to come off like it's your fault, because I'm not saying that. Was there any type of like attraction that he might have felt? Was there any sign, or it was just weird?
It was just dancing with a random person at a bar. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It was just, I think it was like, you know, I think it was after a game or something. I don't even remember.
Guys can interpret that as like a sign of I like you.
Right. I will say a lot of times as a guy, we knew that we had a shot during the night is when a girl took your hat off and wore it.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid. No, it sounds dumb, Ellie. It sounds dumb. Think about it, Ellie. Every guy like you've had an attraction with at a bar or whatever, even your husband, if they were wearing a hat and you like took it off and put it on, was that not a flirtatious sign from you?
Yeah, that too.
So like guys could interpret things real weird. We're real weird creatures, and like I think like
You're still very primitive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but look at it like this too. You got a bunch of like, all right, you go to like a nightclub or whatever somewhere, right? Like fucking music is going, and you got dudes in there that clearly like they want to be there to pick up fucking girls, right? Yeah. So they probably haven't fucking had sex or anything in a while, so their testosterone's going, plus they're drinking. So like things get misinterpreted, because I don't want to give it an excuse and say like, oh,
stop victim blaming, Brian.
It doesn't excuse behavior, but what I'm saying,
I know what it's like animals at the watering hole.
But the thing is, like, testosterone is crazy. Like, it will manipulate your mind different ways. Like, all right, you have to do this, you know? And like when some guys are a little bit more controlling of it, like you're aware when it's happening. Like, there's something I had said a long ass time ago to this one dude I used to work out with. He would always be looking around. He'd be like, oh, what do you think of that girl over there? What about that girl? That girl?
Fucking work out. Shut up.
No, so listen, I would say that to him because I don't go there to do that. But the thing is, I do believe what happens is, like, when you work out, obviously your testosterone goes up, and then you get girls walking by in leggings and little short stuff, and if they're in shape and attractive and pretty, have their makeup done, you notice it. But the thing is, like, you know how when somebody gets like drunk goggles, I called it gym eyes. So you have all your shit like flowing. It's the same thing as being drunk. Like, you find every woman that's in there attractive, and some guys cannot stop themselves from walking over or being by there, but some guys can. So I feel like the same thing.
You're right. Because I'll come home from the gym and my husband will be like, hey, and I'm like, I'm sweating gross. He's like, no, that's like really hot that you go to the gym. I'm like, that's not a thing.
It's complete opposite. And that's why I don't go to the gym, right? Because I don't need my inhibitions taken over. So I am content with being out of shape. So
you don't need to show up to the gym and get harassed.
I don't need to show up to the gym and get harassed. That's why I am there to work out, and I know I can't comfortably work out because when I'm wearing my I don't even know what I wear. I haven't been in the gym.
Sweatpants and a hoodie.
When I'm wearing my sweatpants and a hoodie, and
I don't want to be gawked at every time I pick up a 5-pound plate.
I don't want to be gawked at when I'm doing my kettlebells.